So after an 8-year absence, Saints Row III is the latest and frankly the most surprising game to have been ported to the Nintendo Switch. Having enjoyed immense success on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, this open-world third-person shooter has now found its way onto the portable console.
That's all sorted.
As the leader of the 3rd Street Saints gang, fronted as a media empire, you're involved in a fierce turf war with rival gangs on the city streets of Steelport, and as such, you're involved in all sorts of illegal activity and violence. The combat gameplay is more or less the central theme of all missions and activity, but I found it somewhat to be clumsy with regards to weapon aiming and weapon selection. If you don't want to use weapons, then there are some recognisable melee attacks, and you can form these into some quite impressive combos. There is a comprehensive storyline, and you can choose to complete the missions and progress through the game, or like me, you simply spend the majority of time causing citywide mayhem and completing random challenges. The missions are extremely varied, and if you remember playing when you were young and you wished that every single mission that you had to complete was just going wild with RPGs and GPMGs and sniper rifles, then this is a game that you're actually going to want to complete the missions on. Completing the missions and the challenges earns you both money and respect, which you use to unlock and buy character and weapon upgrades. Your escapades, however, don't go unnoticed as you navigate the city entering rival gang territory, welcomed only with a barrage of bullets. The city police are also wise to your activity, and notoriety is denoted by the badges on the on-screen display in a very similar fashion to Grand Theft Auto. Aside from the campaign, there are a couple of multiplayer options available, including online and a survival mode where you're pitched with a range of weapons against wave after wave of enemy. So onto the graphics then, as I'm sure it hasn't escaped your attention that the graphics do appear a little bit lousy. But as I mentioned, this is a ported game, and so the aim isn't to improve on it, it's just to make it available on this more modern platform, and to be frank, it just adds to the nostalgic charm of the game. I can think of few games which let you fly around the city on a broomstick whilst dressed as a hot dog, or handstand whilst car surfing, or becoming a base jumping medieval knight, but I could be mistaken. It's as if the developer made a perfectly good gangster game before retreating to the pub, leaving their terminals unlocked only for a dark human cleaner to jump in and add some code. So it's inevitable that you're going to make natural comparisons between this and Grand Theft Auto, and to be honest, the two could easily be mistaken for one another. But what Saints Row does, it takes that popular concept and adds its own comical spin and quirkiness. Now, I did experience a number of glitches with the game, both in terms of audio and physics, and to be quite honest, the game did crash a couple of times, but I assume that this is just early release issues that would quickly be rectified with a patch fix, and most importantly, I didn't lose any progress. So considering the game is over 8 years old and making modern comparisons to the likes of GTA 5 is inevitable, but if you've missed the absence of criminal freedom which is afforded by the likes of GTA on the Switch, then you might want to give this one a try. So if you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and also consider subscribing to the channel to see more gaming reviews coming up in the very near future. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.